Welcome to the Art of Hitting channel. We have the Florida Senior Sports Legends Hall of Fame Class of 2024 induction ceremonies in Fort Myers, Florida, hosted by Roger Tabor and Pete Takis, and ceremony MC Tony Vadola. We are honoring none other than one of the greatest hitters of all times, Bob Woldyk, commonly known as Wally, hitting balls at a major league stadiums. See his videos on our channel and other people's channels. Wally's one of the good guys of softball and a very influential member of the Florida Senior Sports Association, building wells for the people in the Dominican Republic. Listen to Wally's story and the things he has to say about his nomination.
Tonight couldn't have happened without the support and generosity of two very special people. Peter Takos, please stand, and Roger Tabor. Thank you for both your continued sponsorship in this special event. Lastly, special thanks goes out to Ed Rose, Audie, and Kurt Hollis. The Sports Association is the proud sponsor of this Legends Hall of Fame. To tell you a little more about it and what the organization's purpose is Roger Tabor, who is standing in for the president, Audie Hollis.
Okay, guys, I'm going to make this brief, but for those of you who don't know what the Florida Senior Sports Association is, it's a nonprofit organization. You can go online and see it. It's done a lot of wonderful things.
Good.
A little more.
Okay. Brace yourself. Please join me as I introduce our next speaker, who's a true legend in the world of senior softball. This man wears many hats. He is recognized as an author, publisher, lecturer, magician, and more recently he has a podcast on Spotify called The Dugout. Mr. Ed Rose.
So let's get on with the inductees of this place. And like I said, it's such an honor to have you guys here. And so the first one is going to be inducted, and he's going to be presented by Mr. Ed Rose. I played softball with this guy when we were much younger. I still say nobody, and I mean nobody, hits the ball harder than this man hit. He had the most violent swing I've ever seen. All right, I'm going to have Ed introduce him to you. So here you go, Ed.
It's called a little glitch in the float. Okay, yeah, the most violent swing. I agree with that, but I think violent swing is, I guess, good enough. You fast with that bat, dude. Yeah, one of the best, one of the greatest. Let me. I wrote this down because otherwise I'll be like a squirrel jumping from tree to tree. Bob Woldyk, affectionately known to his friends and fans as Wally. Can everybody hear me? I don't think it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see.
That's good.
As a standout member of the Long Haul Bombers, Wally wowed the audience across the country by launching towering home runs out of Major League Baseball stadiums, thrilling the crowd as large as 60,000 people. Wow, that was fun, wasn't it? Well, his power, skill, and consistency made him one of the most exciting players to watch during his prime years, and his passion for the game continued as he played on numerous championship teams in his senior career. Wally's athletic achievement are notable, but perhaps even more inspiring is his dedication to giving back. We can cut this down a little bit. The light down a little bit, I won't be able to see anything. His dedication for giving back. Yeah, let there be light, the Lord said. Off the field, Wally has always been a driving force in charity work, particularly through his involvement with the FSSA Organization. His efforts to spearhead the construction of the second well in the Dominican Republic
has been life-changing for communities impacted by the FSSA missions. His work extends beyond just financial or logistical support. He is personally invested in improving the lives of those in need, embodying the values of generosity, compassion, and leadership in every endeavor. Bob is a true embodiment of a legend, not just in softball, but in life. His remarkable talent on the field is matched only by his remarkable kindness. Whether he's competing in the World Championship or lending his heart and energy to charity missions, Bob Woldyk has proven to be a man of immense character, known as much for his humility and willingness to help others as for his incredible athletic skills. His peers and friends hold him in the highest regard, not only for his contribution as a player, but also for the countless ways he has impacted lives far beyond the softball diamond. Bob Woldyk is, and in every sense, a super player, a great person, and a legend in both sport and spirit. And it really is my pleasure, Wally, to be able to introduce you. I didn't even know you years ago. I heard about you, and I can tell a story about the first time I saw you, but that'd be off topic. But Wally, it really was a privilege meeting you, man. So come up here and accept this award.
Ed. Wally, we present you with this. It's Legends Hall of Fame. It's always been a pleasure playing softball with you, but knowing you as a human being, congratulations, buddy. Much deserved. There you go. Thank you.
Oh yeah, you gotta talk, man. You gotta talk. You gotta.
I didn't realize I had to talk.
Well, wing it.
Okay. Thanks, guys, for the honor. And
You well deserved, my
It's been
friend.
an enjoyable process. Most people don't realize I struck out the first 3 times I was at bat in softball. But I come out of baseball, and my coach from 7th grade basketball said, "Hey, would you like to play softball?" And I said, "I guess so." He said, "Well, get up here because we need a player." It was like 5 minutes away, so I rode out there and did it. Struck out my first 3 times. I go, nobody can get this shit. But anyway, had a lot of fun playing, worked my way up, and then, what was it, 2000, 2001, 2002, something like that. Got a call from Scotty McDaniels and said, "Hey, we're putting a team together called Florida Heat, blah, blah, blah." And I'm going, "Okay, yeah." Because they're plumbers on Sanibel Island. I'm going, "Okay, yeah, no, that sounds good." If Scotty's playing, Paul played, a bunch of guys I knew. And it was really cool because we had a great team, and we finished really well that year. We ended up, what did we have, the ISA? Well, we were going to play in the ISA and the USSSA, A or double A, whatever. And the double A or whatever, which they started, didn't have enough teams. So Roger said, "Okay, we'll play." They needed some fodder for their big teams. And we went in there, we won that. And then the next weekend was the ISA A. No, that was the last. Then the ISA A was the next weekend. They all complained because we had just won the double A. And we ended up winning that. And then a couple weeks later, we played in the USSSA, and we ended up winning that. But the thing that really touched my heart, USSSA had this great big cup, this trophy thing, and we all poured beer in it, and we're all drinking it. But Curtis, and I don't think he knew I was there, but he was talking to his mom and dad after we were drinking out of that thing. And Curtis said to his mom and dad, and he goes, "You know, a year ago we were a 3-ring circus, and now we got 3 rings." And that touched my heart because we were part of that. But that was, then I got to meet Roger, and then got into senior stuff, and that was fun. But the best thing was, like you talked about, was the Dominican. That was special. What these guys did in the Dominican, sending all the sporting goods stuff, you don't realize those people, they have nothing. we went there and we'd all load up with bats, and I was sponsored by Mike, and so I had a lot of bats. And I saved one because I needed one. And we got done playing, and there was this guy that was walking away that had played from the Dominican, and he had an old Mican bat that was cracked, totally cracked all the way, and he had fiberglassed it. So the neck of it had all fiberglass on it and stuff. And I just walked over to him and I go, "Senor, come here." I took my last bat out and I gave it to him. He started crying, but the well thing that was special too, because we put in a well. And those people the people in the village didn't realize, because the government would come when they wanted their votes and say, "We'll put in a well, or we'll do this." You don't realize these people live on the top of a mountain. They gotta walk down a half a mile at least with 5-gallon buckets or things on their head. And when we put the well in, and it didn't go into their house, it just went along the street in a PVC thing, and they had a faucet by their street, but their house, they could walk out and get it. The ladies, the old lady, I don't remember that, she was crying.
Oh, yeah, I remember
Did
that.
the ribbon cutting. She was bawling like a baby. She goes, "You guys don't understand. Men don't do this." Every day they had to walk down a mile and a half and get all the water that they needed for the day, or they had to walk back down there later and carry these 5-gallon buckets. It's the kids and the women that did it, and the old lady was just crying. You have no idea what this means to them.
We actually put people out of work.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, that's a true statement. The little boys they used to pay, they didn't get paid anymore. They were mad.
So the Florida seniors, what these guys are doing is unbelievable. And I'm just happy to be part of it. And thank you very much, Roger. I appreciate everything you've done for me.
Let me tell one story. I told it already tonight, but it's about Wally and how impressive that gentleman is. But we were playing on baseball fields over there, and you know, I think they said no one ever hit a baseball out of this park, and Wally hit 2 or 3 of them. But he got so popular down there, because we went down there like 4 years in a row, that he would come to bat and it would be like Babe Ruth was coming back. Now, we didn't have thousands of people, but there could have been in that one park thousands of people. It felt like a lot more. He'd come to bat and they'd be going, "Wally, Wally, Wally." Man, that had to jazz you up, dude. Yeah. Wally's a special individual.
Decorated my life, created a world where dreams are apart, and you inside me. This is how legends are made. Up on the throttle, victory is mine.
Welcome, Bob Woldyk, to the class of 2024 Florida Senior Sports Association Legends Hall of Fame. Please hit subscribe. Thank you for watching.